hello. Surprise.
Hey,
That was the wrong button, but that's fun.
that's okay.
Yeah. Good morning. This is what we're dealing with this morning. This is fun. And okay, all right, got it, nailed it. Just a little late there. Thank you everyone for joining us. Sorry for the late start. There were some technical difficulties, as we're not unaccustomed to dealing with. Good morning, everybody. Ground Slayer, how are you? Skanen, you better be out at Target looking for new toys. You need to get that Psylocke. Tony, how are you, sir? Good to see you. John, good morning. Ron Bar. Sorry about that. Mom, member for 3 months. Hello, John and Mikey. Hello, Mom.
Hello.
Mom. And thank you for being here. Mom was up late last night, actually, popping in and seeing what I was doing, I guess. So, thanks, Mom. Good to see you this morning. Let's see here. Joe Fan 84 just stopped by to say hello, everyone. I'm stuck at work, so I'll catch the replay. Have a great day. Joe, understandable. I appreciate you, and thank you for catching the replay. Triple D, what up, Dave? How are you, sir? Down payment on some good head. Yes, I'm gonna get you painted up, sir. Let's see. For you, this is Dave. He's a cool writer. Okay. Snagged the Psylocke Thanos. Only found one breaker. That's okay. You were out there. You got the Psylocke, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, today we're going to talk about a little progress Pops has made on the Spaceman kit. It's coming together really well. It's looking good.
All right, I'm going to show you this, and then we can talk about it. If you want to zoom me in here. All right. That's what we're looking at. You see this, the hose is going to go, all 4 hoses will go into this back port. You have pockets, holes for these pouches. Here's our snap-on feet. So you don't have to do anything fancy. Just snap it together. The back pouch looks like this. And that's so that you can take a rifle battery, slide it in there.
Sweet.
Yeah, so basically the grip still shows, so the operator could just grab it by their thumb and, by their finger and pull it. So the rifle has also been updated.
Sax is looking good. Toy visuals. Thank you for being here. Cup of coffee and a deuce. Appreciate you, man.
So the rifle now has a removable magazine.
Mom says looks awesome.
Thank you, everyone. This is just a gray helmet that I'm using to test fit everything and to make sure it all works. The basic kit that everyone will get this head, which is our assault trooper with the mustache.
With the mustache, awesome.
Yeah. So to talk about all the stuff I've been working on with it, this is obviously what you're going to start with. Now this is the Pimp Daddy body, but what I have done is I have made these mounting brackets, all right, so that it mounts in here and in the back peg, and it flush mounts around where the collar goes. So when you snap it on, fish it around a little bit, you plug in that back, see how it looks in here. It's kind of hard to see the detail here. I'll get some good pictures today and put them up. But you got vents in there and a microphone. And then we are set for later. There will be accessories that plug into these ports, jetpack, stuff like that. But that is what a majority of the time has been spent on, is getting this all dialed in to see what it looks like. Obviously, we did this to just use a destro body. So that is what I was trying to shoot for with the head as well. And this is what you get. So it's pretty good. And then these are not the updated shoulder pads, but they will go in like this. So you still get your movement. Move the arms out. So that's what we're looking at here. What we got here on this is not the finished piece, but the one that is finished. So you have these little hooks back here. These, I cannot get that to zoom. You got these little
you have
places
to put something
back
behind it so it can focus on it, Pop.
Yeah, let me do that. As soon as I find something to put behind it. And try to get the angle to where you can actually see this thing. Oh my God.
Tricky.
Okay.
Oh well.
There we go. I am terrible at this. I meant to take pictures this morning, but I had a resin issue and then a connection issue. But, you know, again, I know most of you saw this already. These, once you lock this into place, these knee things will move with the knee. So the belt, like I said, you get on the belt, you're gonna get this belt, and then this is the magazine holder. Kind of goes up the back a little bit. The magazine's huge, so I really couldn't put it to where it went on the sides. So that is kind of why it's like it is. But it'll go like this. And I was actually trying to find something useful to put behind it to actually show the difference here.
Rowdy's here. Good morning, Rowdy. Appreciate you being here. Sam Edwards, good morning, sir. Appreciate you being here. Good to see you guys. Thanks for popping in on a couple of KUK Sunday morning.
So like I said, today there will be a ton of pictures go up that show all the detail and good resolution. I've had several people contact me about the kits and when they're shipping. Everything should ship out this week.
Excellent.
I have some clear helmets. Everybody's going to get a clear helmet, obviously, for the black kit, and several of the other kits will have the black helmet or the clear helmet.
Okay.
But what I did, I kind of talked about this the other day, but this is the shape of the helmet. And normally you try to kind of get your print to be as upright as possible with just a little angle on it to trick the lens, trick the light. So what is happening here is when it does that, the supports it builds goes straight up into the top, right? So you end up with this little spot in the top that is very hard to sand out or to do anything with. Now this is the clear helmet. All I did with this, I just shot this one with some polyurethane. There's nothing fancy here. There's still some lines in it. But what I found was this material will buff out really nice. So what I'm going to do is, you see, here's this hole, right? That's where the structure went in the top of the helmet. When you pop that off, it tears up the plastic a little bit, makes it a little harder to deal with. Now I sprayed polyurethane on the inside and the out to get rid of as much as I could. But it's very clear when you look at it up close, it's really clear that you could sand this out. Well, if I was going to sand this out, I'm going to put some little sandpaper on here and I can do this, but it's really difficult to get any traction on that very middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the printer kind of like this. All right. actually like this. Yeah. So that all those spots that it attaches are up here and fairly easy to sand out in that little corner. All right. And then, yes, there will be some things to sand out back here, but I'd much rather have to sand and buff the face than I would the inside. So that's the trade-off. But as you can see, it doesn't matter which version you use. It will snap right in to the ring. And it's pretty. I mean, I'm very happy with the sculpt. I am just a bit of trying. I want to get something that everybody that is fairly easy to get put together for you. So that's kind of what's going on. The belt will come with a couple of different pouches. You get this kind of medium-sized pouch, and then you get this very small pouch. And I know small pouches are ridiculous, but I just want to put something on the belt. Later, there will be a different pouch setups, right, for different missions, different things you're doing with the figure. Like I said, there's going to be a jetpack. There will be a heavy. I hate to use the word artillery, but like a heavy squad support set that will have, ammo canisters on it, and a recon set that'll have spots in the side for your magazines, your rifle to go up in. So there will just be several different sets. I'm trying to look here at what other, and I've talked in the past about the resin and the printing resin, and it is just a matter of getting the right resin. Even I finally found some decent black that I used this morning, and I'm really happy with it. It's still chunky, it's still a little rough, and it scratches real easy.
Oh yeah.
So that's the bad thing about the darker the pigment, right? The pigment doesn't permeate into that. So when you scratch it, it scratches now on this gorgeous smoky gray, as they call it. It's almost the color of snake armor. This doesn't scratch, and this is 8K resin, so it is super clean. And then just for messing around, I mixed a couple of different types of resin. Just to kind of tell you guys like what's been going on, what's taking so long. So I'm really just trying to get the best kits out there. And my end result was this kind of military green color. I really like this. My camera is terrible, or maybe it's my lighting. I don't know. But that's been what's going on. There's a couple of different rifles that I've worked on, and a few other things. So that is what's going on. Once I get the rest of them printed today and ready, when I ship them out to everyone, I have 15 people that were on the list, and I left my list downstairs, of course. You guys already got this head as part of the exclusive. I'm going to go ahead and send you a full set of armor, all right, with this head and the new head with it. So you can do whatever you want with it if you want to do it, but it's going to be black, and it's going to be this new resin mix that I've messed with last night. Last night was the final attempt to mix it correctly and get the right thing. I was really happy with it. Those did not come off of the curing oven this morning in time for me to bring them up. But I do see, I have learned that orienting the prints is huge. Okay, because that is the biggest thing to when you have a curved surface. Even the really good resin will show some lines if you're not paying attention to it.
Good morning, sir. Appreciate you being here, man.
Hey, man.
Little Dave's doing just fine, dude. He's enjoying the AC. He's chilling out. He's got a cigar in his Powerade. Cigar.
So.
He said, so I can start collecting Destros.
All right. Okay. So here's the deal. There's going to be the black is only for everybody that went to the workshop. That's the only time I'm going to do it in black. I will do a dark gray because there's an 8K dark gray. I really don't want to print this thing in anything other than 8K. It sounds kind of silly, but unless I get a mix like I did this olive drab color, that was just 2 different levels of resin that actually came out to be a good color. There's going to be a storm blue color that's kind of a grayish blue, that olive drab, and then the smoky white. Those will be the main colors I'll do them in. I'm trying to come up with a fun color to do that kind of goes with the Pimp Daddy Destro body, if you have that, if you have one of those. That's just something I think would be fun.
You should probably come up with one that they can just put right on this guy since he's so close.
Is that barbecue?
Yeah, Marauder's barbecue.
Yeah.
The arms are different, but if you come up with the rest of the suit in a fun color, maybe just blue. Maybe blue to go with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something there, because these were pretty fucking cheap.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, this one I got yesterday. $7.
$7. That's a good deal on that. I would have bought it for $7 just to have another hose.
You can't go wrong with the GI Joe Classified hose.
No, you really can't. You really can't. All right. So in the past, I have really talked about building this stuff up and the challenges that I had doing so. And one of the biggest challenges I had was with my workflow that I'm using Blender to do complex surfaces and Onshape to do everything else. And that actually works really well until you have something that is something that you need to edit, right? So I would want to edit this setup here. And I will share this as soon as this pulls up. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so really want on this show to talk about some of the challenges and things, so if someone else is wanting to get into this, they kind of know what to expect. So basically, I started out, had this thing in Blender, and I have just slowly replaced every part of it with stuff I could do in Onshape. But then, one day I was like, John, you've been tweaking this thing for about 3 weeks. It's time to get her done. So that's what I've done this week. But what was complicated was I built this part, this gray part, in Blender. And because of what I had done, I normally just make it a shell and then thicken the shell in Blender. Super simple to do, but it gets really tricky around these corner type edges here, like this. It hates doing that as just a thicken. It puts little spikes here on the corner, and it just doesn't do a very good job. You can barely see it when it's printed out, but it bugs me, and I don't like it. So also what happened was, you can see here that surface went through this hole. So I couldn't use the holes, right? So, I don't know. Thank you for doing that. I don't know why it did that. But here, obviously I couldn't show you very good in the pictures, but here's these ports in the side for the arm hoses. And here's this. These are these things I was talking about earlier. So what this is this would go on like a claw or a hook, and then the other side would snap into this, and this is how you would hang the armor. All right. It really, like, this stuff doesn't show. This is just part of the split to make this. Went all the way through. It doesn't affect the actual armor, but you can see it. So this is what we've ended up with back here. So what I had to do is go back into Blender and turn it into a solid, which meant I had to hand pull the faces in, duplicate the faces, shrink them, and then make them fit again. But by doing so, it allowed me to go in here and treat it like it was any other solid. So you can see, go in here. So I was able just to cut those right out, punch them out, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but it was really bugging me because every one I printed, I had to go in and drill these holes out, and I don't want anybody else to have to do that either.
Yeah, it sucks.
So here is also in this view, you can see this piece, how it's made to fit around the collar of that destro body. So it sets in there. Turn this back on. So looking underneath it, here's the back peg. Then when you look in the front, this piece is what centers it onto the chest. So this just kind of goes in between that V shape on the chest. So when you put this guy together, that's going to give you that whole look.
Very cool.
Morning, Cliff.
Cliff, good morning, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Other details that have been added. We have this microphone in here. We have these vents on the back and front. Done a little differently. A little access panel on each side. Access panel here. So that's some of the stuff with the chest. So what we're going to have here is different. Basically, they're just frame sets, and there's one that's just for like Recon has their own setup where this thing is basically a cap will set over this, and then it would have storage containers or whatever on it. Obviously, the flight pack would go into these 4 ports, and then you'd have your wingsuit and all that built into it. And you can see underneath, really, it's just a lot of making things work the way I wanted. I'm sure you guys don't completely remember, but in my inspiration board, there was that soldier that had this helmet off. He had kind of a cloth helmet on, but had a feature kind of like this. I thought it was cool, and then I thought if I could make it so that this was how you would hang the armor up in an armory, I thought that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So that is that. I'm going to show you guys the boot.
Triple D says, love how well thought out your work is.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I take a lot of pride in it. So here's what the boot looks like. I know the colors are hideous. Just so you can feel better about it. Please don't tell anybody you saw this. But here's my foot. Nice. It does. I mean, there is going to be some open space there, but I left it so you still had some posability with the armor. I didn't want it to be just move it one way. So we're going to hide this part.
Black Spearhead, good morning. Good morning. Appreciate you being here.
So there is an arrow pointing to the outside, so it gets confusing. In fact, I'm just going to tell you how confusing it gets. That is what I was messing with when we came online a while ago, is I had the foot literally on the wrong shoe, or the wrong shoe on the wrong foot. So even though I made these little arrows to tell me how to put them on, I still messed it up. So what happens here is you will, Jacob.
Morning, Jacob.
You will glue the foot into this. When you're building it, you just put a little epoxy in here. Glue the foot on. And then this piece kind of goes in. I'm going to try to get a side view here. Okay, so you'll bring it in this way, and lay it up here, and then there's a tab in there. You slide that tab back, and these will snap into these holes. So that is how it holds in place. You can still glue it if you want to. But this way you can do all of this, and you can paint all your armor parts, and you can paint everything before you assemble it or have to glue anything together, right?
Yeah, nice.
So that's what we're looking at there. It is meant to look like it is, if this was some kind of actual, like not an action figure that you wanted to be able to pose the feet. Imagine these connect, and this is how it, supports the soldier's feet when he lands with these jump boots, right? But I couldn't do that here because then I would have lost almost all of the articulation, and you would have had these little things sticking up here every time you went to move the foot from side to side. And I feel like this design is really great for being able to see all that. So this is what we end up with for the boot armor. I'm very happy with it. Those parts that I've shown you this morning, they are all printed from these models. See what else have I got here. I think that's all in this particular drawing. But honestly, when I first started, I was going to do all of this in Blender and just make this was the only piece that I made in Onshape. And then as I've worked with Onshape the last few months, I've just discovered more and more ways to do things that I couldn't do before. And I really love this program. Now, another change, and this just kind of tells you what you have to be aware of when you're making a change to a model that has pieces that go together, is that by putting these vents here, I had to put recesses for the helmet to set down on it. And this is part of the, I'm going to use the word fun, but I don't mean fun, part of doing this kind of stuff and trying to do everything at once is I had it all printed, 4-hour print, because I had this piece back there, right? It was printing, so it's a tall print, it takes a little bit. So I get it all together, and of course the helmet wouldn't set all the way down because of these little ridges. So it's not like it just happens to, it happens to everybody, even people that do this stuff all the time.
GI Jet, man. Hello, everybody. Good morning, sir. Good to see you.
Blake?
Good to see you. Blake, what's up, gents? I'll say it again. So great meeting you two at DFW. Mikey, see you at NinjaCon. Oh, I'm not going to NinjaCon. You son of a bitch. Good morning.
So just a better view of the pouch, small pouch, larger pouch. So these are just for this base kit that we're getting out to everybody. This is what the battery pouch looks like up close, where you can see all the detail. Battery in it. It's got the and it's packed this way so that, I mean, imagine these are the charge lights telling you how your battery life is. That would be on top, and you could just look down and see which one you were grabbing. There's our belt. Pretty simple things. Oh, what's that doing here? So clearly there's some other stuff being developed here that will go to that you can buy as accessories. There will be, like I say, there will be the ground trooper set, and there'll be a few things. I just really wanted to get this part out and going. So I have a bunch of video that I've been working on, and that took me away from this for a few days, trying to thank you, Jacob. I appreciate that, man, really. So
Thanks, Jacob.
like every piece, I really have to think about what Mikey and I have talked about doing with this and what I want to do with it. And I want this to be, I mean, everything else was just kind of like having appetizers, right? So this kit is like our main course, and we'll build off of it. And what I'm also going to do is I will, thank you, Shannon. I am going to, when you order the kit and you go to a couple of KUK-Os, there's going to be a PDF file that has the multiple views of the armor, and you can download that, and you can do, you can sketch out different color schemes and what you want to do with it, because I want you to be able to do that, because that's how I think about things. And yeah, you can just, you can just wing it. I mean, hell, Mikey and I both have done customs where we weren't sure where we were going, and then at the end of it, we had something pretty cool. And there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes you might want to, maybe only have money for one kit, and so that's what you're gonna, you don't want to make a mistake, so you're gonna lay some color out, and go through all of that. I want to do a very in-depth video, basically for the especially for the people that were at the workshop. We only had an hour, and it was not enough time. There's no way. Not that we were lucky the parts weren't done, but it did feel like if we'd have had all the parts, it would have been even more overwhelming.
Oh yeah.
So what we're going to do is, when Mikey has a time slot that we can do it, we are just going to do a full run through, taking the Destro body apart and what you need to do. There are some things that you really have to watch for when you work on this body to make this kit work properly. It's very, very easy to not think about it. But when you do things like, when you're cutting, what, I'm sorry, we're going to do this the easy way. The benefit of using the barbecue body is that you would not have to deal with this, with the goo that's left when you pull the collar out, right? Yeah. That is one of the benefits of it. But you can see this is where I ran that piece. So it's really important when you do tear that neck piece out, when you get it hot and peel it out, a lot of times chunks of it stay in here, and you'll just want to slice that all out really good, because this is designed to lay right in this area right here.
Yeah, it's basically a keyed piece now.
Yeah. So that's what that's important to me. And like I said, I'm going to make you some colorway sheets. So while you're thinking about it, okay, so that's probably a good time to say what we're looking at for a cost point on this kit. Now, this kit has almost 30 pieces. You got your boots, you got your knee pads, 2-part shoes on both sides, belt, multiple pouches, so you can do it your own way, do what you want with it. When I was showing you that pouch a while ago, the reason that it is built the way that it is on the back is because the magazine takes up both pouches, right? It needs two things here, but they're spaced far enough apart that you could put 2 of the regular pouches side to side back there too, if that's what you wanted. And there's going to be some other accessories. Mikey and I have been pretty adamant that there needs to be some sort of grapple hook accessory. So maybe it'll be a thing back here that you can attach. There will be some longer pouches that can go down the leg a little bit, and there will be thigh pieces that will have different attachment points on them, and a gun for that. But that's why this has two. I originally was just going to make a spot here for the holster for the battery for the gun, and then when I actually started modeling it on the Destro scan, I realized that wasn't going to happen. That was not going to happen. So that's kind of
Joe Fan Addict. Me and my brother were so excited to get to do that action figure workshop with you guys, and I could just see the stress and disappointment on your guys' faces, and I knew that it was weighing heavy. I knew that you guys would go above and beyond, and to a degree more than anyone would expect. I love that you guys have so much affection and love for these little plastic dollies we love so much. Thank you, Joe Fan. Yeah, it was definitely weighing for sure.
That's why it has really been my focus the last couple of weeks to get this thing and I know nothing's ever going to be perfect, and I'm never going to feel like I'm done with it, but yeah. It did weigh heavy on me. Everything that was supposed to go that week just had one thing after another, and that's just been everything to me to get this done and to make sure that you guys that came to the workshop, you guys that paid the money to come to the workshop, that you guys get your money's worth and come back next year and try again with another kit.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you right now, I'm not going to do that again next year. So I'm already thinking about what the kit's going to be for next year, something different, but maybe not. I don't know yet. I don't know what the next cheap GI Joe is going to be. Oh man,
good point. Crayon Slayer says he's a bit late. Did you show a full rendering of the assembled kit? Not a rendering, but he does have most of it printed.
Yeah. Hold on just a second. Yeah. I'm terrible at this, Mikey.
Pretty good. You really are bad at this.
This is terrible.
Well, there, maybe you saw some of that. That's good.
I will today, by this evening, there will be some pictures up on the couple of KUK site, and I'll share something so that Mikey can share it.
Absolute fire, dude. Well, you're gonna have to get you some temperature control storage during transportation. Yeah, we did pretty good with a lot of that. We just found that you just take it into the hotel with you, and wherever you stop, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Yes, that is correct. Oops. Yeah, so our the biggest thing we ran into as far as printer issues was how cold that damn room was.
Yeah, that room in the basement was very, very cool.
I understand the reason they keep it that cold, but overnight there's they don't think about somebody trying to. You could have probably hung meat in there. Well, probably not. It was like 57 in that room, but they crank it up because they're expecting 50 to 60 people being packed in that room during the day. So they're trying to keep it cool in there, but that was not good for the resin. Got it figured out the last night. So here at where I'm staying now, Like the basement is very chilly. So I use the resin heater as much as possible. One of them has resin heater, one does not. So the other one has a little heater that I keep in front of it to keep everything warm. Both you want the build plate to be warm and you want the resin to be at the right temperature, which is like 25 to 28 degrees Celsius, whatever that means. It's some European gobbledygook. I don't know what it means.
Oh no.
So, the best part was that as of now, there's very little of this model that is in Blender. It's almost all entirely in Onshape. And they gave me an evaluation package for it. So I'm pretty sure that's the one I'm going to use. The worst part about using Onshape is everything's online. So Wi-Fi goes out, anything like that happens, I have no access to my stuff. That drives me crazy.
That sucks.
But the program is really good. They're constantly updating it. And if you have issues and you say something to somebody, you just, you get on their web thing and you talk to them, and they're really good about saying, well, so and so is working on that, and they'll link you to them, and you guys can talk and get things figured out.
Well done.
Let's see what else we got. I think that's most of the total update on that. I don't know, Mikey, when you want to do a good walk through everything for it show. I was going to do that today, but the resin issue yesterday and the Wi-Fi thing this morning really screwed me up. But I want to do that full walkthrough. And we'll do a post on a couple of kooks, I guess, on the Facebook page to be sure I have everybody's names and addresses.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you guys are watching this, that
it's true, Lawrence. Yeah, I'm live all the time.
He's always live. But I want to make sure I have everybody. And if you decided for whatever reason that you don't want one of the black kits, just tell me. I'll print it in one of the other colors. But on this thing, I did some. I took the black. I had just this morning got my new black put together and ran kits. It's really nice. It's a lot better than what I was using before. What was happening before was no matter what color I built this thing in, this one part. Oh my God, here we go again. Entertainment for everybody. Me trying to do this. Okay. So you see the shock, kind of this piece right here. Every other black, Mikey, you saw how it all had those lines in it.
Mm-hmm.
So this black does not, but it is still chalky. That's a pretty good trade-off to me. So I did the old resin I was using. I tried different things. I put some satin black spray on it. I colored it with just some clear. I tried a few different things. I'm gonna do that with this new resin that is curing right now. And then, so if you're building this kit, I'm going to show you a couple of really quick, easy ways to get a black coat on it that it looks really good and clean. The nice thing about the space gray or whatever it's smoky gray, smoky white, the light gray that I have is it looks really good, and it is about the color of snake armor. So that's awesome. Unfortunately, it is not UV resistant. So the first ones I ever built, I left on the curing table for like 6 hours as I went to bed, forgot about it. The next one I was like, oh, I better go get this off. And there was a lot of spots that had turned kind of yellow. So I think unless you're doing a medium color gray or a medium tone of color, you're always going to have that fade. It would be cool to think that, and that's one of the things we talked about last week, was that resins just aren't quite up to par with plastics yet. And that's one of the things they're going to have to really focus on. What this resin that I just printed with, that piece that I just showed you came off of, is the same kind of resin that I used for the Dragonsky kit, that purple. Same kind of resin. It's called bio resin. It's eco-friendly, but it's actually made for making toys. It meets all the criteria. Once it's cured, it meets all the criteria for the FDA and the toy, whatever, the people that complain about toys and if they're safe for children. So this resin gets used a lot for like making glasses frames, making stuff like that for, for testing, where you're going to have humans test the product you're making. That's what it's for. It just so happens it has a really good resolution and really, really likes the anti-alias feature of the print software of the machines. It doesn't quite do as good as 8K resin, but it's pretty nice. The Dragonsky kits, I thought it looked really good, and it has kind of a soft tone to it. It's not shiny. I think I like that too. So that's kind of what we're looking at. That green is the same color, is the same material that I used for the Stinger the Stinger kit to turn it into a, what is it called? My brain's not
Panther?
The Panther conversion kit. My goodness.
You used green for that?
No, I used the yellow. So what I did was added some of this bio black to it and made the green.
Oh. Oh,
so
okay.
That's what this is. So this color here. And like I said, it's really...
Crayon Slayer says, Dreadnought in space. I'll need a multicolor kit as well. Yeah, to be like a Ravager. Like it'd be like a space.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, with that.
Oh, good morning, sir.
Morning. With that, with those hooks on the back, I can imagine like hanging chains off of it. And
yeah, spikes and shit.
So I'm definitely gonna focus a little bit more on doing the burgundy color than something to offset. That would look pretty cool.
There you go.
Again, the Destro body is so good for this.
Oh yeah.
Most of these parts, right? Most of these are going to have to realistically be glued in place. But you can see how the hose is routed down the, here we go, down the back of the arm and into the bracer. So it just goes up through those holes and plugs into these two ports in the back. All right. That actually worked. It's just very frustrating to do because the body's all over the place and you're just kind of trying to get everything put together. It's so much fun until you're doing it and you're on a deadline trying to get it online to show it off to everybody, and then it's not fun anymore. It's a little more frustrating.
Yeah, I can see that.
So again, these do turn. I really wanted them to flip out, but when I started posing it, there really isn't going to be a lot of need for it to go a lot higher than that. And later I may just do a shoulder pad with the joint on it, and somebody can upgrade for cheap and get you another set, But for now, I'm really happy with it. And okay, so that's most of that, Mikey. Like I said, I went through a bunch of the Buzz Lightyear conversion video that we did because we took apart a Destro for that.
Yeah.
I went through a bunch of that footage and was trying to kind of edit it and put it together. And I think I'll just do a new one. Just do a new video. I finally have this room starting to shape up the way I want it. And so I kind of have a really nice space by a window that I can do the video and get us all new information and talk about taking the Destro apart, what you have to take apart. You really, there's only a few things you have to do. You know, take the neck off so that you can peel the collar off. Here, all right, so this will have to come off. The rockets will have to come off. And then to get the belt off, you gotta, heat these joints up, pop them off. Everything down here does not have to come apart. The boots slide on. Well, it would be easier to take the feet off to put the boots on for sure.
Yeah.
So you can do this a couple of different ways. The resin, the 3D resin, is somewhat flexible when it's run under hot water, not as flexible as the stuff the sci-fi kit was made out of and the first Assault Trooper kits. So you just got to take these off. You don't have to take all the pins out of everything. There's nothing like that you got to do. It's just popping the ankles, and you'll have to pop the hands off to slide everything on. This piece here is a little tricky to slide around because this is crazy, but this right here is bigger than the bicep as far as the circumference. So that's kind of a challenge. But if I can get everything,
appreciate you being here.
Good morning. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm sorry I don't have more stuff done. I just got really sidetracked trying to do more than what I originally planned for the week. But it is now ready to do some final prints. I do want to print some more clear helmets. That's the other thing. When I send the kits out to the workshop team, you guys will get a new helmet done in the new way, and we'll go over on this video. We'll go over how to turn that into a really shiny, pretty part.
Nice.
Okay, so that's something I definitely want to do. And I did some experiments early on with trying a clear coat or the furniture wax, and those things do work. As the furniture wax is fresh and good, it looks really nice, and it's a really hard surface. Unfortunately, it does yellow with age, and you really don't notice it because most of the time that people use that type of floor wax, it's on a wooden floor, so you really don't notice that it yellows out. But on a perfectly clear thing, it does. So at least you could get it to a point, if you didn't want to buff it out, you could at least put a clear coat on it and be really shiny. There's always going to be a chance of bubbles. I'm using high def clear resin for them. There's always a chance of bubbles. The Max, the Proton M7 Max, it does really good about bubbles forming, and I don't know how it does it. I haven't looked into the reasoning behind it. But it does a lot of things that nothing else does. It stirs the resin, so if I put two colors of resin in there, it will pump the build plate up and down a few times and mix the resin. It does that so that if you pour in resin on top of old resin, it mixes it up. That's why it does it. But man, it's really handy for mixing the colors.
That's pretty cool.
I'm just adjusting it, seeing what I like. I do not have the slate gray parts yet, or the slate sky blue, storm blue. I don't have those yet, but I have the color pretty much where I want it. It's just going to be mixing it up. And that's going to use the blue from the translucent head and some black. Okay. So that's pretty much what I got. So if anybody has any other questions or anything about it, or want me to explain something again or look at something again, I can do that.
Thanks, John says you do amazing work.
Thank you. Thank you. I put a lot into it. I'm really, really proud of it. So
it looks really good. It looks really good. Yeah, coming right along. Yeah, the you were talking about the shoulder pad thing not hinging up. I don't find that most figures that come with the separate shoulder, like they really don't need motion up. I mean, this really is about as far as your shoulder goes up. It's just parallel with your shoulder.
Yeah,
Like
because when you think,
I just picked up this Ultimate Iron Man, and his are separate, right? His are in the cup, the butterfly, and I mean, it doesn't. It's just the thing is that it's not attached to the shoulder is the benefit. So as long as it's got some movement, that's really all I'm looking for in a
yeah, because when you
set.
think about most of the times in basic military situations, you're just going to move your arm in this direction when you lift it up. If you're firing a gun,
Yeah,
you're going to be moving it. The only time that maybe is if you were firing up, but again, you're already wearing this giant tank
your
over your
mobility's
chest,
hindered.
so you're going to be moving. It Everything I've done with it so far, I've been really happy with. And when this chest piece is properly secured, I mean, it's on there.
Yeah.
You know, that was the benefit of taking the time and making sure that I had a place to lock everything in.
Oh yeah.
So, and also I knew I wanted to put heavy stuff on the back, so I needed to know that you wouldn't have to readjust it just to add an accessory
Right.
pack to it.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think it'd be cool to build something that sets up here that would allow a cannon to set up here,
Mm.
different stuff like that.
Morning, Smudge.
Hey,
Appreciate you being
Smudge.
here, buddy. Yeah. So that's pretty. That's good enough.
Yeah, like I say,
I don't need him to be able to Superman pose and it just like they like lift over or where
yeah.
their head's at. I don't need that. That's crazy.
And honestly, that's always been one of my issues. I love the way shoulder pads look or shoulder armor looks, but man, it's just not that practical.
No.
And that as I go, like this first set's basically going to be like if you were buying a clean set of armor, but then as we keep going, I would expect people to weather them up. And I just want to see, what everybody does with theirs. I'm really excited about it. I really think the early bird offering on the price is going to be about $70 for this full kit. I'm going to pre-cut your wires, so you get 4 wires. You get the whole set that you've seen already. You'll get a clear helmet. I am not going to do anything with the helmet except clean it and cure it, and then it'll be up to you guys to take it up to the next level. It's really not that hard. It just takes some time.
Sure.
And now that Dremel has those little cloth buffer wheels, little cloth ones, now that they have those, so that makes a lot of that easier. It's just some of the heavier stuff.
Yeah, I think 70 on that kit. I think that's a nice price for the early bird stuff. I mean, as somebody that buys a lot of 3D printed stuff, a kit that's a head or a helmet, head and or helmet, a weapon of some kind, maybe a chest armor or a backpack. You're looking at $30, and you're talking at least double that.
Well, like I say, I really want, like, if you didn't get to come to the workshop, I really want to offer, like, the people that watch, I really want to offer them a good deal on it. And I feel like that's a fair price. Yeah, I have a ton of work into it. I mean, this would easily, an engineering job or a design job, this would easily be pretty far up there with what it would cost to do. But I don't do this part of it to make a ton of money.
Sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this is just to.
Yeah, I mean,
really, I agree, Blake. I love that look.
Real world, what you did is probably $45-$50 an hour work.
Oh yeah, easy.
You know what I mean? Like that's real world cost, and there's a lot of time put into this. Now, some of that is because you are not a seasoned vet, right?
Yeah, I'm learning
Part
as
of that
I
is
go.
learning, but yeah, it's a steep.
Yes.
Great, we'll have an update.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to meet you too. I really do
Absolutely, dude. Awesome getting to hang out.
appreciate everybody that came to that came.
Oh yeah. Gun Bunny. Good morning, sir. How are you, man?
Yeah, and we will do that. I don't know if Mikey's got time next Sunday, but as soon as possible, I'd like to get that stuff put together. I'd like to get it ready so that when you guys actually get your kits, you can watch the video if you didn't watch it live. Just so that, and then we'll have that we'll put that on the couple of KUK-O's websites. So if you do order it, you can watch the video on what you got to do to prep it. And I'll share the resin that I use, the glue that I use, and that kind of stuff. Everybody can do their own thing. I just have a couple of things that I do. Also, just so everybody knows, it does have foot pegs.
Nice.
And they are centered on the foot peg of the foot, which I thought was very helpful.
Yeah.
What that means, other than posability and putting it on a stand, is that when you go to glue it in, you could put a foot peg on the other side and squeeze them together, just to make sure it's centered on there.
Yeah. So I'd say let's do this. We'll work up a list of what you'll need or what we'll be using to do the build. Whatever they need, right? Glues, whatever you're doing.
Yep.
And we'll make a link, or we'll do a post in the couple of KUK-O's page about what you'll need, and then while that's out there, the kits will be in the mail, and you'll have time to acquire and procure the tools that you'll need, and then have the parts, the kit, and then we can do the live how to. Because I will also have to get kits.
I'll probably bring yours to you this week.
Oh, okay. That works.
I think I'll have a little time late in the week. Come up for a visit.
All right.
But yeah, I know you have Jacob's kit to do, right?
Mm-hmm. I have Jacob's. I think his is the only one that he has that anybody had me take. I only have one kit, but I don't know if anybody was planning on me doing it for them. If so, get a hold of Dad and have him send it to me. That's totally fine.
Yeah, now is the time. The parts that you got are extra parts you can keep and do whatever with later. But if you're going to have Mikey do your kit, let me know, and I will just get it to him, and then we don't have to ship a bunch of stuff back and forth.
Right. So Jacob, I know I will receive your kit and I'll take care of it. But if anybody else wants that service, just let Dad know and he can send it to me. I know he didn't put it. I don't think he put it on your list, but Jay Gonzo, I need to give you his address, which I have, so that's not a problem.
Yeah, I do need that.
But if anybody else didn't put anything on the paperwork, didn't fill it out, again, message John so he can get you down and we can get you your kit, because we definitely want you to have that.
Yeah, if you were not, if you were there like right after we had to get out of there, so the next group could go in, and everybody met outside, and we got everybody's addresses so we could send it to them. So if you did not do that, I don't have your address. So hit me up with it so that I can get you on the list and make sure that I make enough for everybody.
Yeah.
Of the black kids.
Right. Yocho Jerk, good morning, sir. What's up, gang? I'm trapped in a warehouse full of comics and soul-crushing heat. Oh, brother, I feel for you. Hang in there, buddy. Tony says might need to hit up Papa for a kit as well. Yeah, you're gonna want one of these, bud. You're gonna want one of these.
Hit me up, honey.
But yeah, so the black kit will be for the DFW people that did the class. Paid into that. You guys get this exclusive homage to the Fisher Price alien And then other colors will be available for purchase, including the early bird special of being one of the first people to buy a kit, whatever color that ends up being. So I'll do that. Crown Slayer. I don't think Woody gave me any address. Let me check real quick. I don't think so, man. You'll have to send that over to Pop so he can get you down for that. There he is, Gonzo. Good morning, sir. While I'm thinking about it, let me send you Jesse's info.
And almost every kit, the rifles are going to be in gray or black. I like them in gray, then you can do different tones on it. But I printed these in the light gray so that you guys could see all the detail. Now that the magazine is removable.
Well, that lazy son of a bitch is shit out of luck. No, of course not.
I don't know, Zakanan. I guess if that person did that, I guess they probably need to let me know so that we can.
Yeah. Oh, of course. He's asking for.
Yeah.
Nobody assumed it was you. Like, come on.
That's that's crazy, man. I knew you were just looking out for someone.
Yeah.
Just looking out. Zakanan for the save.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah. Mom says Kanan's asking for a friend.
Yeah. Asking for a friend.
He sure is.
Yeah. So, and again, I think the colorway will help too. It'll help Mikey too. If somebody wants him to do one, you can mess with it and get kind of what you like. And then on the show, I'll do like 5 or 6 of them just so you guys can see some different concept ideas on how to do it. Because I would expect that at some point, people will, start working the destro bodies over. Mikey and I have this thing about, I call it Martian camouflage, where it's like different shades of red and orange. It'd be really cool to come up with one in that color scheme. So yeah. Anyway, and since it's using the destro head, destro neck, I was worried about that, but it actually looks pretty good in there with the head on it. You could cut the little things off of it, cut the little nubs off, which I'll go over in the video.
So you could do black armor on that, and it'd be the Star Brigade Destro in the armor suit.
You really could. With the red?
Yeah.
With the burgundy? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a good call.
Or is his armor gray? I can't remember.
No, his armor is burgundy. It's the dark red.
Okay.
The main part of it is. Yeah, so you could do a black and burgundy type color scheme on it. So yeah, so this week the goal is to get everything printed out and ready to ship to everybody. Make sure I got that list, get it shipped out by the end of the week with all the nice fresh parts. Like I say, everything now is ready to print and go. You will get 4 of each pouch, and then you can decide if you want them all to be one size or if you like the mix. I like the mix, just depending on how bendable I want the figure to be. That is also one of the benefits of this pouch that goes on the back for the magazine, is that I don't know, will you be able to see this, but like it fits right in the joint. Can I see at that angle?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you can still move with that attached. So like I said, later there'll be some leg pieces that you can slide on. They'll have magazine storage and other stuff. And there's a space pistol that I need to clean up. I had started it and stopped it to just work on the basic kits.
Picked up an extra blowtorch, the Tiger Force version nowadays, the walking war crime, so he fits right in. It makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and color-wise, it can't be that much different. Was it going to be yellow and brown? I mean, do it. Do it. I looked at one yesterday. I didn't go for it. I don't. Not a fan.
What was it, that picture that you had earlier had Ultimate Iron Man, and what was the other figure on there?
Oh, on my camera it was Ripper. I got Ripper yesterday.
Oh.
He was loose for 15.
He's got some good parts.
Yeah, I'd never had one of him before actually, but I was thinking the tank top. I was like, oh, I'll probably need that if I do a Big Trouble Little China. If I do a Jack Burton, I'll need the tank top. So I was like, yeah, that'll work. And got that barbecue for $7 and Agent Helix for 15. So I got some good parts. I did get a Frag Viper and a Footloose for some stuff.
And, I don't know why, but that Frag Viper, I never was a huge fan of that figure, but man.
No, me neither. But he's really good. He's a really nice looking figure. They did a really nice job updating it. Yeah, he's really good. And honestly, I feel the same way about Footloose. Like the parts they reused to make that's pretty good. Like they did a pretty decent job. And his web gear.
Is Frag Viper? Is that anything new, or is that?
He's got new arms.
Okay.
Otherwise, he's got the same legs as Ripper, which I think are the Range Viper legs, and the torso is the, Joe green shirt stalker Snake Eyes torso, the sweater torso. But the arms are new. I don't think those are on anybody else that I know of.
Is Roll Keeper on today? Have you seen him today?
I've not seen Dan.
Okay, I need his address too.
Okay.
Going through the list, and I had Jay Gonzo's name on there, but not the address. So on the list.
Okay. I'm trying to think if I have. I've got Dan's address. Check.
Zakanan, send me your address anyway, because I found a Def Leppard window cling that I really need to put on somebody's. I might just give you a door-to-door service on that and stay in town for a bit. Now, every time you go out to your car, you'll have to walk around the back side of it just to make sure.
Just to make sure you didn't add something, just a little special.
Not that it has anything to do with that, but I did find out that DoorDash drivers are happy to do that service.
Well, it could easily be a TaskRabbit thing for sure.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. Like you say, hey, will you go do this for me? And they'll be like, yeah, because it's all tip, just the tip.
Just the tip. Oh, that's got to be a wrestler. I mean, you got to find some kind of wrestling.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who that would be because I don't know that shit. But
Blake, I know that's what I don't, because he always goes to pour some sugar on me. He's like, man, stop. You know, first two albums are so much better produced.
And drama queen.
Yeah, they just when Hysteria came out, it was just way overproduced. But
they hit harder when everybody had all their limbs, is what you're saying?
Yeah, you had one extra punch in there.
It's math.
Right,
that makes sense. I'm gonna need to see a die roll on that one, buddy. I don't know if you get that yet. Zach wants to do a World War Hell themed D&D night with Chris and a bunch of.
Oh my god, that would be so cool.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Chris seemed to be in on it. Oh, that would be a very large figure. Damn, yeah, I was not thinking that big.
Yes.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Well, if I can't find that Def Leppard one, I just put my other car as a Ford Escort. One of those on the window.
He seems like a front wheel drive Mustang kind of guy, though, right?
Electric Mustang.
No, I was thinking like a Probe.
Oh, a Probe.
Mustang. Yeah.
Goodness.
Probe guy. Oh yeah. There you go.
What?
There you go. It is happening.
That's great.
It is happening.
No, I don't have one built out. I have all the parts, but I left it in the box until I got this kit done, and I will have some time. I have 6 different projects right now that I need to do. I have a couple of paid gigs coming up, and trying to get some stuff done for the website. The Stinger conversion is one of them. Morning, Dan. That's definitely one I still want to do. I want to get it all painted up, and my partner gave me some decals to put on it. I really want to get those on it, see what it looks like. Pretty excited about it. My couple of KUK-O's partner. Sorry.
Fancy. I had one thing to add to that as well. Or some Blake, now he's in. Now he's in.
Yeah, I think that's a B-side.
Yeah. So on the hood, it has those ports where I think you on the other one you put the roll on it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about if you had a flat plate, then you could do a big SAS logo there, like on the Panther on the original one, because it's got a flat spot there. So
yeah, I thought about that too.
You'd have to model that. I don't know if it's worth it. Because it's not part of. I don't think it's part of the decal kit because I didn't have anything to apply it to. I don't know.
Well, now you got me thinking about just how sometimes you got to use your resources and see what sort of scans you can come up with. That would have been nice a month ago when I was trying to design the wheel pegs.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna try to work on that Sky Patrol plating for the Sky Raven.
Oh, nice.
Pretty soon here.
Nice. That'll be interesting.
That's just a fun little project.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be cool. Hope that comes out as nice as I think it will.
I know everybody, a lot of guys do kind of want a Sky Raven, but I'm not sure how dedicated they are to it being a Sky Raven versus just a Chrome Raven. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try it on a black one. If it works, then I'll do it on my Sky Patrol one.
Can't be that difficult to find a bleached out Sky Patrol hull.
My deck is the top deck is terrible.
Yeah.
Top fuselage is just. That's why I bought it, because I knew that one day I would figure out how to do it.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure. So
makes sense.
Thank you, Zakanan. I got your message.
Yeah, lots of future projects. There's never any shortage of stuff to do for either of us.
No, there's not, and I really just for us and just what we're doing, I really want to kind of build out a whole little tied together universe for these guys, like different things that all fit in with the theme.
Yeah.
We had seen some stuff there at Joe Fest, some diorama accessories, and it's kind of funny. I meant to bring that upstairs, but that gun rack that I got, the space gun like fits right in that rack.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it just sits right in there. So,
who made that? I can't remember who the fuck did those.
So when I take the photos, I'll probably put that in the background.
Nice.
A couple of storage containers.
Yeah, who the hell made that stuff?
I don't know. You got some stuff from him too, right?
Yeah, I got the bench with the pegboard and the ammo cans and oh shoot. Because I didn't get like a card or anything with it either. Like I didn't get usually there's some kind of branding with it. I didn't.
Okay, so Mikey, for a future project, do you plan to turn a Cobra mech suit into an Iron Grenadier?
That would be dope.
That would be dope. I'm already sure there's going to be several Red Shadows versions. So.
Dang it. The Red Shadows one would be dope.
And I'm not sure, what Hasbro's plan is on Iron Grenadier Destro, but
I think they'd already be into it, for God's sakes. Get everybody else except the guy that started it.
Thank you, sir. Yes, everybody, please hit your like button. Subscribe to Mikey's channel.
Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. Man, I'm trying to find who the hell made that. It's really bugging me.
Yeah, I thought I got a card, but when I was looking through stuff this morning, it wasn't with the stuff I got.
And it's not like a small name, like it's a name we know.
Yeah. Something. Mark II's got some pretty hot stuff coming, looks like.
Oh, does he? Is he working on some
Mhm.
cool shit? Like
Yes.
that. I like that.
If you guys don't follow Mark II design, I definitely guarantee keeping an eye on them. They're always making cool vintage style stuff for Classified. Which is why I don't really play in that sandbox. So, and why we have the space armor.
Spice. Yeah, for sure.
You got any big special projects you're working on?
Nothing big. Just working on some. Gonna start working on some commissions this week. Get back into the swing of things. Got a couple that I really, really need to get done, and start on some others. Daredevil Dave and Jimmy Purvis, and some stuff for Woody, stuff for Zach. I got all kinds of little projects.
Cool.
I just need to get into it. It's hard getting back into it when you take 2 weeks out of it, to do the show stuff, and you're just slowly getting back into life, and that's a drag in itself.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Is there any shows you're planning on going to in the next couple months?
No,
Okay.
I don't have the budget for any other shows.
I didn't know if Kansas City was doing anything here coming up or not.
I don't typically do local stuff. It's usually pretty weak.
Yeah. I'm just thinking if we get some of this stuff, I mean, everybody's listening, but if we get some of this stuff going where we have something that's like a very different product than what everybody else has, then it might be worth hitting a couple of shows where we get a little more traffic than our usual suspects.
Sure. I mean, I agree with that.
But we'll have to get some product first.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll have to.
I don't want to make figures, but I'd really like to kind of have a Matt Mason kind of theme. We have the space kits, you have different armors for them, and then just cool accessories. So it's just seems like a couple of kooks in space kind of thing.
Now we're talking. Yeah, I like that. Man, I would certainly think so. That's a hell of a piece for them to just do enough to fill pre-orders, and then
yeah, they gotta pop out some more of those.
I mean, it's what, $75? Is that right? 75 on the snake armor.
Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right.
I didn't order one, but I definitely want to do some stuff with them. You just need to convince Woody to do some Iron Grenadier ones, so I have 2 or 3 of them. But a snake armor, I would Red Shadows snake armor would be.
I just really think somebody's going to do that. There's so many people doing Red Shadow stuff and customs and stuff. You got to kind of pick something that nobody wants to touch. And
I agree. It's like the hyenas all over again. Kooks in space. 100%.
Well, that's it. We're going to have a robot.
Everybody needs a robot, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have that. 4, you fucking Mark.
I want to do one in that dark blue that they did the second version of.
Oh, the dark blue is awesome.
Yeah, I love the version of it. Excuse me.
Bless you. Yeah, that would be really cool, actually. I'd be into that. I'm into it.
Did anybody get a notification on the claw?
That's an interesting question.
The Cobra Claw. I just wondered.
It feels like they unveiled that like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think I got a notification that it was about ready to ship. I don't. It's so spotty with them with Pulse. Like sometimes they'll tell me it's going to ship in 2 days or 2 to 5 days, and then sometimes it just shows up at the house.
Right.
Right.
This guy's paying them for sure.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, buddy. Can't wait to see those.
I'm excited about that as well.
Oh. Sure. he probably would. That guy.
Thank you, Larry.
Nice. Yeah, Mo. I know he was looking for two. He found one. He did get his Psylocke and his hostage pack.
I'm excited for that figure.
Figure looks great. That Thanos though, like damn man, couldn't have put something else in there, a different one. They didn't want to put it with Cap because they were like, well, nobody will buy that set if we put him with Cap.
Oh, Skyfall.
Skyfall? What a minch. What a membership? Oh my god. It's amazing.
Holy underwear! Yeah! Thank you! It is my privilege to extend a laurel and hearty handshake to our new members.
This one's for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Skyfall, and congratulations, Blake Tarpley. You're now a member. Welcome, son of a bitch. Handsome snake. I definitely look forward to Gun Bunny's customs on the snake armors for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what everybody comes up with for 3D stuff to go on it.
Oh man. Yeah, like Gridiron's gonna come out with like wings or something crazy.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
fucking insane.
Some crazy fast draw style missile system or something.
Yeah. Quadruple flamethrowers that plug into a giant propane tank backpack or something. Fucking insane, and I know it.
It'll be good.
Yeah, it'll all be tempting. It'll all be fucking tempting for sure. But yeah, what else you got, Pop?
That is it today as far as the project. Like I said, I had so much stuff going on. I really wanted to take a little more time with the actual build up video.
Yeah. Nice.
Awesome.
Hell yeah. Larry. Morning, sir.
Hello, Larry.
Good morning. Holy Jesus.
Goodness.
Oh my god. Blake
just wants to see the video again.
Well, you want it, you got it, baby.
Holy underwear! Yeah! Thank you! It is my privilege to extend a laurel and hearty handshake to our new members.
This one's for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Blake Tarpley. You generous son of a gun. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Who got him? All right. Peter Moline, Ken's Toys, Action Figure Addict, TC, and Keys Collects. Thank your Yojo daddy, Blake Tarpley.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate that. Gotta pay it for me. Well, you don't gotta, but I appreciate you doing Ooh, snake armor rickshaw.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Dude, that's going to be sick. Yeah, that's going to be damn cool. I like that. Dan, good morning, sir.
Sorry. Morning, Dan. Thank you.
Absolutely. So I guess wrap it up. Tomorrow evening, I've got I'll be on Mega Powers with Jerk and Gaines, Elite Legend, and Jersey Maniac. It's gonna be a big show. Zakanin will be on with Headcanon tomorrow night. Wednesday, I'll be doing JMK Custom Works Live. And Tony will be with me. We'll be making our Two Silly Gooses debut officially, which we're excited about. And Thursday, Zach and I are doing a show, just the two of us, talking about our Marvel Legends wish list, some figures that we'd like to see from the Marvel Legends. We want to start narrowing down our Thursday show and make it a little more scheduled, a little more regimental, so that when we have guests, we kind of know our marks. So we're going to try that out with the two of us, and then hopefully the following week we'll have a scheduling permitted, Jerk and Gaines on to do the ridiculous top 5 nudie scenes, which is going to be a good time. But we'll see. We hope the schedule allows it. We will see. If not, we'll adapt. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. Zach, appreciate you dropping the link. Tony, me too, my man. Me too. Looking forward to that. So everybody, again, thank you so much for watching us this morning. I know it's been a few weeks since we've been here. It is good to be back. It is good to talk to all of you again. I'm glad Dad got to give you some updates on the kit. I am super looking forward to getting my hands on it and seeing what you guys think about it and seeing what he comes with next for OG stuff. So thank you for being here. I hope you guys have an amazing week.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Eat my short.
Go fuck yourself. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Flush that turd down the drain. Avenge me! Avenge me!
Thank you. Thank you.